Hello students, this is your art teacher Mrs. Ashwini Kumar, and today we are going to learn something very interesting. We are going to learn how to make a monochrome painting. Now what is monochrome? Monochrome basically means an image or a painting made using only one color or shades of that color. So for example, if you are using green, you are only going to use green for the entire painting, but you may have different shades of green to give depth and highlight to the painting. Monochrome also refers to a black and white image where only gray and shades of gray are used to create that image. So let us start. We are going to make a very easy landscape drawing. This is the easiest way to start any kind of monochrome art. So we are going to draw a landscape, and it is only going to have 3 or 4 mountain ranges. So let's start. So we will very lightly sketch out our basic elements, which are going to be our mountain ranges. I'm not going to make it very dark because I do not want the pencil marks showing through my paint. So I'll just very lightly start drawing the mountain ranges. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mountain ranges ready with me and the sky. Now I'm going to start painting it. So as I said, we are only going to use one color, and you can use absolutely any color you want. You can use green, blue, red. Just avoid using lighter colors like yellow, because then creating shades in that will be a little difficult. So I'm going to use this color. I'm using acrylic, that's available to me, but you can use any paint to do this. I'm going to use acrylic the way we would use poster colors or watercolors, in the same manner. I'm going to dilute it like poster colors. So this is my paint, and I'm going to start by thinning it down considerably to get the lightest shade of this color. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade. So that's water, and I'm going to take the slightest. I'm going to take the slightest color, dilute it as much as possible. So the lightest shade I am going to use for the sky, and each time I color the mountain ranges, I'm going to add a little more color in this to make it darker. So children, please observe carefully. So to start with, I'm going to start with the sky with this diluted paint. And for the rest of the sky, I'm just going to dip my brush in water. I don't want any more color. I'm just going to dip my brush in water and cover the entire sky with the same brush. We have to wait for each section to dry before we move on to another section, which is the darker section. So I'm going to fast forward this for you with each color, and let's see what the end result is like. So I have finished coloring the sky and the three mountain ranges. If you can see, gradually the shade has darkened, and the last is going to be the darkest shade. So instead of mixing it in the already diluted paint, I'm going to take a little paint and add a little water because I want it to be the darkest shade, and paint the last range. So if you can see, with the tip of the brush, I am just creating a few trees. So our darkest shade is ready. I will just add a few more elements in the sky. I'll add a few birds, and for that I'm going to use the same darkest shade. So a monochrome painting is ready. This is the easiest way to start with a monochrome painting. Of course, you can experiment with any kind of art, with any kind of drawing. I'll show you a few examples which I have already done earlier. This is similar to this one, but I've made it in orange. You could also do something like that. It's geometric art, but it's monochrome, same color, different shades. You could also do something like that, trees, and of course there's another landscape using just one color. So children, do practice this particular painting. You can experiment with any other painting you want, but do try and use the same color, create different shades with the same color. You can either add black or white to create your shades. Do not add any other color. So thank you children, and enjoy painting.